I do know there are lawyers that ignore clients, right? But I don't think usually it's intentional. I think what happens is what you just described. I'm busy and the client texted me or called me. I think I make it worse, not me personally, but I think a lawyer makes it worse because the lawyer responds, "Can I call you later?" They send the automatic text, right? Or they say, "Yeah, I'm in trial. I'll call you next week." And then they don't. And now, not only are you ignoring the client, but you're breaking a promise to the client because you have said, "I will call you next week. I will call you." Can I call you later implies you will actually call them later, right? Um, you know, give me a minute. That's one of the most common, and it's not even automated. You have to type it in. So you're very intentional about saying, give me a minute. And then you go do 5,000 other things. I think there's another step here. I'd be curious your thought. I think as soon as you do communicate with the client, um, and that could be one way, meaning you read the text message from the client, or you get the voicemail from the client, or you respond. I think there's another step, which is just from a purely a time management standpoint, whatever your way of doing things is, for me, it's calendar. Go into your calendar, look at when you can call that client and calendar and call client Smith and then do it, right? Even if the client's not available at that time and you have to then shoot them an email saying, hey, when's a good time? You can establish, at least through your phone records, and ideally in a case management system, you should be taking this down, right? You can establish, hey, client texted me today. I did call the client on Tuesday, like I said. Client didn't answer. I left client a voicemail, and then I followed up with an email. Hey, client Smith, um, sorry I didn't catch you. I'm out of my trial. Please write me. However, I'm going to be busy again. So please write me back with some days and times that are good for you, and I'll try to find some time to work. Like, treat it just like you're dealing with opposing counsel or something else, and set an appointment. And if they're not the type to set an appointment, you set the appointment unilaterally yourself. You don't have to like get with the client and be like, how does Tuesday at 2 work? If that's your next time, calendar it so you don't forget.